Welcome to A Kinder World of Commerce. This is Santa Barbara, and I'm Monica Lenches with my co-host Claudia Rucker, bringing you this month's locally run and socially responsible nonprofit, Santa Barbara Humane. Welcome, Kerri, to A Kinder World of Commerce. When we first met at a fundraiser for Pacific Pride Foundation, I realized that I really didn't know much about Santa Barbara Humane. But because you were so open and approachable, I felt like it would be a really great opportunity for me to learn more about your organization. And in that process, I found myself asking some questions that were a little bit touchy in nature. But not only were you unflappable, but you were so grounded in your respectful and compassionate responses that it made me want to get to know you better. And at one point, it did occur to me that you might be a good fit for our Kinder World of Commerce campaign. So I started asking you some vetting questions. And by the time we were done with lunch, it was very clear to me that we had a shared worldview and that sharing your vision for Santa Barbara Humane would really be a huge benefit to our community. So with that, let's get started. I understand that you recently stepped into the leadership role as CEO at Santa Barbara Humane. Can you tell us about how that opportunity found you?
I want to say thank you for doing this whole Kinder World of Commerce. It's wonderful and fascinating, and I'm thrilled and privileged that you asked me to be a part of that. So thank you. But how did I find this fantastic opportunity? I'm just fortunate to do what I love. So many people are like, oh, I'd love to work with animals, but I can't because it would break my heart, or I want to take them all home. And I actually found my calling with this. So I get to do what I love. I've been in animal welfare for over 23 years now, and I've assisted with groups all across the US, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. Before I came to Santa Barbara Humane, I actually worked as interim executive director at a cat shelter in Chicago. And when my contract basically came to an end, my recruiter said, where do you want to go next? So I had to think about that for a split second. And I said, well, I want a place that I can really make a difference and that has the ocean and the mountains. So 2 weeks later, I had an interview with Santa Barbara Humane, and basically the rest is history.
I've heard that there's been a lot of change at Santa Barbara Humane over the last several years. Tell us what's new and different.
I've been at Santa Barbara Humane, just over 4 years now. And in that time, we've taken the organization to the next level of animal welfare. We merged with Santa Maria Valley Humane Society to expand our countywide reach. We did a rebrand, so new name, new look, new logo. We designed a new website that's bilingual and developed programs to better serve our communities, such as increased access to low-cost pet spay and neuter and veterinary care, affordable dog training classes, and rehoming services. And we collaborate with and assist other local organizations and even transfer in animals from overcrowded shelters throughout California. Basically, we started working outside our walls and strategically thinking, from what I say, we started strategically thinking from the paws up.
I love that. Hey, from time to time over the years, I've heard some negative comments about euthanasia at Santa Barbara Humane Society. Can you set the record straight and help us understand Santa Barbara Humane's mission?
I love our mission, and euthanasia is a very tough topic in our industry and for anybody. But Santa Barbara Humane's mission is to be champions for animals and the people who love them. To this end, we accept every animal in need, and through our hard work and donor support, we're actually able to save 96% of the animals that come through here, including those requiring extensive medical care and behavior rehabilitation. As for euthanasia, again, it's always a heartbreaking topic, and because no one wants to think about ending an animal's life. But as a socially conscious shelter, we can go to great lengths to make responsible and judicious decisions around euthanasia to prevent the suffering of animals and keep our community safe. And if people want to understand what socially conscious sheltering is and means, please visit our website at sbhumane.org. In a nutshell, it's about not only looking at the animal, but looking at the people and the community as a whole.
What are your organization's values?
Oh, I think we have some great values. Our values are to work together, think big, and care deeply.
And how do you operationalize those values on a daily basis? In other words, what does it look like every day to be living those values?
Yeah, and I think I can kind of give a snapshot, but there's always more to it, right? With anybody's values, if you look intricately at everything. But work together means our teams provide the best possible care for our shelter animals and also look for ways that we can go beyond our campuses to our communities and other animal welfare organizations that may need help. Think big. It's about envisioning safe, humane communities and creating opportunities that help keep pets in homes, like affordable and even the free veterinary care, behavior advice, and emergency boarding. And we care deeply by actively seeking out opportunities to say yes to helping animals and the pet owners in need. And our commitment to these values allows us to stay focused on our mission every day.
And is there anything else you want our viewers to know about Santa Barbara Humane?
So here's a little hidden secret. I love this one. Most people have no clue. Santa Barbara Humane started in 1887, and we're actually one of the oldest humane organizations in the United States. There's questions whether we're fourth or fifth. We're still debating some of those, but one of the fifth oldest. And we're also not funded or controlled by any government or national animal welfare organization. So a lot of people have heard of these national groups and they're like, oh, well, everyone's connected. You can, get funding from here and there. And it's not true. We've been around for over 135 years, thanks to our donors right here in Santa Barbara County. So when you give local, it stays local. We're your local backyard, homegrown nonprofit. And we're basically so much more than a shelter. We provide, as I've talked about, veterinary services, dog training. We have free cat trap, neuter, return. We help with disaster response sheltering. We do cremations and so much more. And our comprehensive website lists all of our programs and services. And our volunteer program will be relaunched hopefully later this year. So keep an eye out for that. Because of COVID, we've had a lot of things shift in regards to volunteers and a lot of people here on campus, both of our campuses. So we're going to be relaunching that program. And basically, we're a resource for people and their pets through all stages of life. And thanks to our community support, working together, we can make a difference in the lives of the pets.
As a result of getting to know you in Santa Barbara Humane, I have a newfound appreciation for the service your organization provides our community. I feel like it's such a big win that Santa Barbara Humane got you, or that we got you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, Kerri, for being a champion for our furry friends and for those of us who love them. My hope here is that our viewers, after watching this interview and coming to see you on site, that they will also come to feel the love and care that's there at Santa Barbara Humane. So thank you so much for being with us, Kerri.
Monica, thank you so much for allowing me to share my passion and our great organization that we have. Thank you.